We don't get over 150 doctors and really train.
You will listen to the chairperson for the University of Salon Teaching Hospital Complex, Dr. Sonia Spencer. From 2019 to now, they don't train 150 specialist doctors in the country. Dr. Sonia Spencer continue for talk about the different specialists training them when they get to well body workman in the country.
In psychiatry, then they train in anesthesiology, then they train in surgery, then they train in O&G, obstetrics and gynecology, then they train in pediatrics, then they train in internal medicine, then they train in family medicine. And now we don't add radiology, we get for do with the X-ray, CT scan, we don't get community health. So now we dey talk about 9 departments with the doctor train.
But by all Lengenia for over 10 years now, where the University of Salon Teaching Hospital Complex done they do one big challenge. Now funding for train doctor them for specialize na different area them. The chief medical director at the University of Salon Teaching Hospital Complex, Professor Kainde Oluwadia, talk more about this.
We are severely underfunded, and as such, we cannot really do, even when it comes to the training we are talking about. Because of the underfunding from the government, we are not able to do that. For example, training of residents, accreditation of specialties, and co. We can no longer fund this, and basically, we have to rely on the Ministry of Health to do that for us. But the ideal thing is for all these things to be part of our budgets, and then we'll be able to do that.
For second challenger from the institution, make a talk to the Deputy Chief Medical Officer Clinical Services, now the Ministry of Health, Dr. Mustafa Kaba, and at this gets for say.
We as a ministry, we don't need to talk to partners and goodwill people for come for support the ministry, and so that we go support the teaching hospital so that then we're able to stand and provide, for do the function for which they were established. So if you look at currently, the teaching hospital, one of their responsibilities now for conduct accreditation for many units them and departments, then will get the authority for trained doctors at a specialist level. So that means people that they come from overseas, Nigeria, Ghana, they can help with and watch if we get everything we take for training. And that cost is there, it will be taken care of.
The Kisi Psychiatric Teaching Hospital, now 1.6 hospital under the University of Salon Teaching Hospital. But inside the last 10 years, plenty change will happen at this hospital, where according to the Director for Mental Health and Non-Communicable Disease in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Abdul Jallo say, this don't make public confidence. Don't therefore make people take them patients na the psychiatric home with big hope for making well.
Before the hospital not be like crazy, like dumping ground where people will just go dump family members there, say, oh, I can't keep an eye. So now from that, in fact, 9 of them come out say, Kisi mental home. So there are a lot of issues where they have been at the hospital. One, the patient there, the chain there, where they be against the human rights. So that we'll be able to publish in 2018, top chaining of patients. So from 2018 to date, no patient know the chain again another kissing. The second one is even once they sleep, a bit well damaged, water not be there, no functional toilet system, even the windows are all broken, the infrastructure be damaged. Even that's also not a big risk for the patient, but that all don't change.
Plenty time where people can get bad accidents them, where can lead to trauma, salon, not being get doctor them for treat them people here, where can make the next thing, now for keglen in other country or they end up die. But this according to the chairperson for the University of Salon Teaching Hospital Complex, Dr. Sonia Spencer say, through the teaching hospital, this don't change.
The people that really support we, they don't train one doctor we already have been orthopedic surgeon, bone doctor. So now we don't go do trauma. So now he able for example, the accident case or person for them from TQ, for them up from you scandal, you bang your head or waiting ever. Now he able for do the operation daily. Okay, before it's not possible. Then go patch the person so take the person die.
But wetin na the way forward for this institution? The Deputy Chief Medical Officer Clinical Services na the Ministry of Health, Dr. Mustapha Kaba, he explain.
The plan is now for make the execute their function properly for which they are created. We empower them in what we able to do for empower them, and we create the strong collaboration between the teaching hospital and the Ministry of Health leadership for make really focus and train and get the best quality doctors trained, as well as create the systems that will show that we get good quality services in our teaching hospitals and over and beyond in our health facilities.
Dr. Mustapha Kaba end up say the Ministry of Health will continue for work with the University of Salon Teaching Hospital Complex for CC, then train more specialist doctors than the country. For Already Democracy, Mia Karifa to counter the reports.
Well, from that report today, the program Midday Show, they continue. Fambul, as if you just join me, today we focus on discussion. We'll look at whose position will last in Parliament as the Constitutional Amendment Bill they under debate from with parliamentarian them. And for if we talk more on the different things that we really don't do on discussion, we get three young gentlemen them which we inside the studio. Firstly, we get Honorable Abdul Munuru Lansana, one a former member of Parliament, and also we get Honorable Sirajin Rollins Kamara, himself na senior party stalwart na the APC party, with Solomon Sundu,
and former member of Parliament.
And former member of Parliament again. We also get Solomon Sundu, a founder and CEO for Bianche Foundation. Guys, good afternoon and welcome to this edition of the program Midday Show.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to the listeners out there.
Yes, I start with you, Honorable Abdul Munuri Lansana. When they talk about constitutional amendment bill, the debate currently they on the Parliament, they go on. Everybody they give your side and things like that. First off, what do you make up of this initiative?
The initiative now a laudable one, but one thing we I want to let every Sierra Leoneans they know now the fact that we current constitution they use don't take 35 years now. We Englishman they say it is due for a holistic reform rather than a partial reform. Because before this time we know say we get what we call the Constitutional Review Committee, where be headed by Justice Kawan. We will try to do a holistic change of the 1991 constitution. But we don't always get problems with the miss them. We make each time we start them, we get series of questions around them. And when another problem there, now because everybody we don't start or make an attempt for review the constitution, they do them in a second term of office. And that's a very big issue because, for instance, if we decide now as SLPP government we get a holistic change of the 1991 constitution, what will they go for? First, a referendum. And let's say we attempt doing that now, the date for election automatically will be shifted. And if that is shifted, the cry in the city or municipality will be SLPP want add more time for themselves. So because government no one go into that, they make they don't look at critical issues where they think say go be good for the welfare of this country, and that's day before Parliament currently.
Okay, now you come to Honorable Sarah Jones Kamara. You yourself have a bite on this one. For Una, obviously don't lay the platform about how important this one be. For APC party, yes, important, but what do you think say key for the importance where you describe them forget really they go achieve them?
Well, thank you again. We have to go back to the time where Anisco Madinapa and they recruited Justice Kawan and all representing a political party, they equally so, for made in that committee. And they came up with a draft when at 26 we then presented to Dr. Anis Bakroma as president then. And for me, it was a very good draft because it was a holistic approach and then say wetin not broken, not fix am. But we realize say there are some lacuna na the 91 constitution, so that's called for that, and I think the British government spent about £5 million into that, and so they did a good work, I would say. But the problem became like for say you get like a close, fine close, you then I would go be everywhere and nobody knows that you have it. So what happened was this constitution draft was not tabled. And I could remember vividly at this radio station, 98.1, when I interviewed Justice Cowan. 3 months in demise, I could remember vividly. He said, we don't do a good job, and do ya, we not table this thing because it's good for salon. He said, for tomorrow, Bambai and not get for day. And indeed, now the Bambai would only say, no day today. And for me, I think I read that document. I have it from when this thing began, I've been reading that document. The only thing I get problem with the SLPP in all of this, the Electoral Justice can be not made. So they call representatives and all them party them back, or the people civil society, Labour, Congress, made them come back and together and say this document to one time. But when you go take selected portion no more and say that this una interested in the whole work, I think say that's where we went bad. I must confess here that the fault lies squarely on us because like the 50% plus one, it is proposed by the APC, you go see and the way them put on. But there was never like a 20% threshold of two-thirds of the district them or constituency them. So I think I did the think of. So now I make us say, whatever bad way APC been do for not table this thing, SAP want for do more by not taking the whole pleasant. Because if you think that document was good, bring people and maybe just one representative this time around and make sure say them push them holistically. And happy that way, my brother say. You don't tailor a constitution to suit one person or set of people at a time. We have to have what we call generational effect. Let the constitution there for 40, 50 years without amendment. The American constitution, maybe I wonder if a non-pass 2 or 3 amendments, you say the second amendment, they don't just do it. So I make we talk say, you don't do a constitution just for say, this and for law in power. No matter how you did in power, like APC, we are very confident that 2018 will win and will they continue, but they will be in opposition. 2018 then, okay. We are positive that we're going to win and we're going to stay in power. So some like lethargy been take place, then continue. So at the end of the day, we lost some. I want to say the same thing to the SLPP. Don't make laws for things say you go retain power. You make laws until they can enjoy them. Just like how we are really not present this time. So for me, I would have loved to see it's not just Parliament this time. Call the people and back, one person who been there, and say let's present this document for the nation, for picking them. But we don't pass 16. I'll go they go. So how much more we get into politics? But me, I want for die a happy man for make sure say we left a document so grand picking a can talk say I'm proud of my granddad.
Okay, now that are just the opening remarks of the two positions there from political point of view. Now, from a civil society point of view, I welcome again Solomon Sundu. You in all of this process, don't you follow closely? And from what we reached this desk, you even did part of the discussion yesterday. And now, yesterday, for can set the base of this conversation, yesterday from where the speaker called the two leaders of the two parties then to the debate and how they conclude and things like that, they paint a picture for we listeners then of whether there was a tension or even get the kind of atmosphere for lead this kind of document where everybody they talk about say if or live for the test of time.
Thank you very much, Jeffard. You don't make I feel like say me not part of the parliament, but the honorable members in there, no one take their role. But what you say yesterday in the parliament, it's like for me, a democracy they at play. Because now we don't call for parliamentary coordinations. Now we don't talk about parliamentary dialogue as to when bill go or amendments go to parliament, how them for sit down and look at them. In this case, we don't see from the day we then go with the second reading of parliament, we did it 3 o'clock almost. Then we'll see now yesterday, we didn't be postponed because of the appropriation bill, make them put on yesterday. We did it back yesterday, 12 something. So it's hard to say, I'm glad with me 200 members and we don't lead a base about the constitution, say we don't somehow archaic for 35 years or more. And me honorable member now, I really accept the fact that Justice Kawan be done do good work for Sierra Leone and that all this proposal, for example, 50+1, now then be proposed na the bill. This is the fact we want to speak to power right now. One for social honorable members, we don't serve the test of time. We will consider and talk, say, yes, now we be the part of this. Now we'll do this, but now so we want some. Now a very good discussion, very good debate. And the honorable member don't lay the base why they just choose segments of the review constitution where they deal with electoral matters. We don't say for best practice, you cannot amend constitution with 24 months for lead to election. Then go say the incumbents, one forget power, one forget some, edge over the other political parties. So for best practice, because for we expect say the entire constitution for the review, not only the segments, but then segments as we say for best practice. So with these recommendations, we don't see from, I would say from TRC, Lomi Peace Accord, Justice Kawan Sefcam, the 80-man committee. So they all not do their own parts from Pakaba, blessed memory, former Anes Baikroma, blessed memory. One of the things we stand tall. Sorry.
Okay, now
sorry, let me retrace. Yeah, I refer to the president that we don't take their own parts. Even President Momo, we do the 1991 constitution. In don't die no blessed memory. But President Kuruma, I think say what thing Honorable Siraji talk now. Now the best thing and the way it talks now them for don't do this constitution. Who not for bigger yagba. Because all inside what they propose inside the constitution from the Loan Peace Accord, the TRC, if they be implemented under Ernest by Kuruma in regime from 135 recommendations, then choose PRC, then choose other things that we for make salo with politics. For be cohesive, we for make we know they spend, then statistics where they come about spending money, buy elections. We don't use a very good two thing them. We now the first past the post, the PRC, but how long we don't use the first past the post under one party system, under this system, we don't see what's an impact, it don't create for Sierra Leone. Why not we choose the best path? Me na proponents. Okay. So if you ask me, I want to go the path. Me na proponent for the PR system. So if I go,
we go can they? But I want to make you tell you. The debate yesterday, was it in a very calm atmosphere, or it get that kind of tension?
It beget tension. That is what I'm saying. It beget tension.
So from a psychological or observational point, what do you think say not be the reason? Is it because people that they push for political stance or for national interest?
I think it's for political stance. I agree with you. Because when you look to the two political parties, for example, I will give you what's in the struck out. Section 96, where they deal with citizenship. Because it is more honorable, from honorable then, for say, if you renounce you do a citizenship, then pull them. The two parties, the whole. Then say, no one time. Then the day, we'll come back to the independent presidential candidates. You see, wait for me, now that's really young for, let's get some na Sierra Leone. But they all say no, because they no select, for example, the APC Jagaban. Like if they not get, they go form independence. You know what they go do to the APC, the SLPP as well. So they're not what's saying they disturb them, but what's they disturb the people, then they do them. Now we come to the crux now, where they deal with the PR system, where then, as for me, all to the white paper, waiting the former administration recommend, waiting for happen, then this took a meeting we then get as honorable members of parliament, technical team from the APC and SRPP. If we don't go sit down on a tie, well, let them not come out the public for 10 weeks, like say they are in disagreements. Yes, we agree. That's democracy. You argue, but that's the constructive one. Yesterday was tensionable. Everybody was thinking, you will see two members of parliament who don't want to come and say here. They enter into almost, except the speaker had to use his discretion to say, hey, I'm in charge. We see what happened yesterday. Even us.
But all of what's in the happened, so you see any pathway, say, it lead way to something where, yes, it get for be tough, but would they head in the right direction?
Yes, if we choose the right path. For example, I mean, proponents of the PR system.
The debate where they now, if you think, say, for example, what IPC they so, SFPP they so, if they use this channel, they go lead in the right direction. But if they continue on this way, we will go for the goal and they adjourn the session then for multiple.
Well, for me, what I say yesterday in a democracy they at play. Let me be very honest.
What do you mean democracy that?
Because the two sides of the house, actually by the bill where they before na committee stage, for me debates, na amendments, we look clause to clause, section by sections, we see what they struck out and waiting on they bring in. But if debates come inside, it means say the speaker a magnanimous for listening to the two sides, because it was tension, but it will calm them. For me, what I see from the two sides, I think it was camaraderie, and they make very good sense yesterday the way the debate they go on. To be very honest, let we begin accepting kind of democracy. Who side now make we talk about the threshold for be dropped.
Okay.
Don't allow political parties let them take part, because what I see yesterday two parts they even construct themselves into debates when a national business later. So don't allow them. For me, let democracy they outplay.
Honorable. We go take break after before we come to Honorable Monoru. But then, before this debate they happen, one thing where key, the leader for the opposition, Abdul Kagbo, say the APC party not go agree for anything or any clause where they vote for if you not get 2/3 majority. And looking at some of the issues at par, and the major thing that we kind of get the kind disagreement from the two parties. One, it get for do with this election threshold, and this other one, process for such a nomination committee, propose use of proportional representation, and that the three main contentious issues in this. For Una, what Una want for see?
Well, I say for me, Mr. Raj, in fact,
Okay.
the fourth component I want to follow at that to see me, I feel I'm bad where they say they expunge them. Me going to parliament because of Tusim, I was not the popular person. The man we been there, the incumbent, was a friend to Cherikoko, who was the deputy chairman of the region, Patso, who is the chairman of the region, and Mikael Lumansa, who is the deputy national chairman. This man are close, but I will not see them go then left for Gian symbol, then not give me, right? But so I happened for going to parliament because then they deny this guy a symbol because of Tusim. But for me, I think say it is wrong. Believe me. No matter what you go for look at, waiting lead the people and for go seek greener pasture.
But you now, if you talk say because you been benefits because of Tusim and you be want for later than they mix, possibly at least you go to say this is a personal interest now.
No, well, whatever. Anybody in that parliament in a political personal interest. The first law of nature and herself. Let me push on with this. Definitely, if not so for Tusim, then it's qualified the Tusim people. I would not have gone to parliament, I told you. But because I benefit, does it make it right? No, it was wrong because that's the premise that they lay. Why? If we get good governance system, people know they run Naya for going to rich man country for go see green and pasture. But in fact, I was in Singapore when the hotel I put up the guy, the front desk officer, telephonist, he go apply for visa for go US. They ask him, when are you coming back? Because they know say he will have to come back. We now will not get there, then we go and begin the scrutiny. But people are leaving. But when they left, they still not forget home. Look at their MoneyGram there, Afro International here. You see them 10, 20 in the street. Why the team become lucrative? Because these guys, they deny today. So now then they send money remittances. Which sometimes they go be like the third highest employer in a salon. So if people don't take money, then sponsor we. Then sponsor a party, then tell them for council position. Me, I will always oppose that meeting. It was very draconian, very bad. Other countries, like Ghana, then they benefit from that. South Africa, other countries, they benefit from that. Why? If me a member of parliament, then give me this constituency for 5 years. Why for afraid person deny? I for make sure I work diligently for the interests of the people. That's why me particularly at the sort say I introduce what you call the hybrid constituency system, because the PR system. Now, go obtain where the person come overseas, he can give money to the leadership of the party, then get a symbol. The people are not get say, then cut them off. But what do we want to see? The PR system say, rerun, by election, they cost money, they bring conflict, right? So what they do? Then say, look, get 2 people on the list. One substantive, one supplementary. Waiting bad for let yourself into this kind of system. Say, let we get 2 members of candidates in each constituency. Like this one also 127. Siraji number 1. In case Siraj demise, the person number 2, they can't take over because I know win the seat just becoming a Siraj, but because of the party as well. So automatically, party don't win this seat here. So we don't set aside. We don't need to do another election. So if they then take me, I die, or then give me appointment higher than be member of parliament, the person that did this will come. And waiting advantage to this, we call them hybrid consensus election. It will be a model where no country ever practice. We will always be referencing Sierra Leone into this electoral system. Yeah, so we will say we'll get a further on recap, right? And of course, I don't always say, man, the consensus system of that kind of thing. So me, I think, say, I might be different from a party, but it's what I hold, and they are vehemently against disenfranchising people in diaspora. And let's also introduce what we call the hybrid consensus system, wherein would they avoid by-election and but make sure the party go to the people. Me as a reformer, and my party, I they feel bad for things. Say we don't feel all the same for bringing reforms in our party. Then again, the system can forgive power to a very few sets of people. Now, if possible, one for go get for symbol because of the PR system, it are the mercy of the executive of the party. If you know they're in the good books, they know they give you. But if you people elect you, that's if you not say possible.
Now, political party executive they give symbol.
No.
I'm coming. They go do primaries. Yes, sir. They go do primaries. That is why they were having independent candidates. And I will give you an example. Samai was denied symbol from his political party. He went independent. He won. He later came back. This were under the first past the post. You know that even under the PR system, it's the political party that's award. They go to primaries. They will go to districts, regions, or let's say chiefdom, districts, regions, for let them vet them. So it's like still the political party has dominance, and so the PPRC acts. So let us not deviate that it's the people that give symbol. No, and it's when they give you symbol.
In 1 minute.
So let's make it the way so that we can understand.
Honorable Yusuf can get invite.
I think whatever the party executive will have the final say. But imagine if you give the right to the people. People don't talk saying I just want. Let me tell you, it happened in Lumley. Wait, it also Tawa and
Amani.
Amani, people say they don't want time.
Thank you.
The party say you want time. Wait, happened. Amani lost, right? So this is what
Thank you.
They talk. Well, now it defeats your purpose, because if you think say you want for overrule the people, we get this in how they vote. So what people say no, no, go people that want, we will tell us how they vote. So the power come back to the people and say, no, now we get the power, now they decide. So if this thing continues, the party will learn from that lesson, and they've learned. You know, so letting me they say when you do this, you get a PR system knowing the kind selfishly that you can get most time. Believe me, the conscience in the world. But also let me tell you something where I think say don't go back. Now conscience 130, one have Timothy from the APC, one have Marie Conte from the SLPP. Conscience 127 no get rep. Conscience 126 no get rep. Conscience 124 no get rep.
But I said another deal with consistency.
We are under this.
Okay, so
what I'm
continue
saying,
for still tweet. Continue for still tweet. We'll come to the discussion. We'll continue on this one.
Yeah.
And Fambu, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we come and listen to the other side of the studio.
No religion, no tribal conflict, opinions separate us. That hand in hand, we go into the pool. Democracy, the government of the people, by the people, for the people, alone now we go. And before the next sunrise, our future is already set. Let no politics, no religion, no tribal conflict, opinions separate us. But hand in hand, we go into the pool. Democracy, the government of the people, by the people, for the people, alone now we go. And before the next sunrise, our future is already set. We've been led too far too long. possible even though we try.
The program Midday Show they continue and Fambul. Today we they focus on whose position go last in Parliament as the Constitutional Amendment Bill they on debate now. We don't listen to APC, we don't listen to the civil society person, but as them be they talk, Honorable Minori just a smile.
Yes, you know why I smile? Because when it comes to lawmaking, we forefathers the way draft the 1991. I call them the genius, in as much as they left some gap, especially when it comes to this to seem way people can make a gospel over. Because me don't look at the clause we attached to the to sim. If Muniru we machoso go America, I go born me Pekin, despite the fact that now America Pekin, and they can't contest for presidency in this country. But if me go, I go team up in that court of America, take an oath that I forgo Sierra Leone. I have taken American citizenship. Now you the law the bar. The law not bar you completely again. Waiting the law say, give up and come back. Because waiting make them think they had happen. Now when it comes to loyalty, let's say Sierra Leone has a war with America. Then that Sierra Leonean is in an American uniform. Who do you think he fights for? He has American citizenship. That's his boast. Law take Sierra Leone and them way be this saloon with American passports. Where what happen as salon what happen? Not to the same plane for. They can't get and go. So why you the claim for be a Sierra Leonean, yet you don't fight with us and you don't give a damn for us? That is an assignment for another day. Those people with knowledge already trash them. So we need to waste time on that. Let's come back to.
Well, are you in favor of that or you are against it?
Like I said,
Honorable,
if you want for South
but there
Salon,
should be law.
if you want for South Salon,
you can 4 year. You can.
no, listen, it don't matter. Like what I say, Sondola land. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the number of years you came to stay in the country. What matters, if you're ready to come, give up and come. Let take like the poem where one of we poet write for Abiku. He say, if you're ready to stay, come and stay for good, but do not bestride. So this is what we are saying. If you are ready to come and stay in Sierra Leone now to be our MP, leave America, come back. Now, like what I can say in the hypocrisy way white man they do it every day. They frown at other nationals where they carry Sierra Leone passport. But go to America, how many people carry American passport? The entire world. Are they frowning at them? But yet then go tell we say with the manhandle the passport because it is found in the hands of other nationals. If then people don't go law for Sierra Leone, they are coming with their money to invest. Do we need to deny them our passport? The one the way America they give passport now because they know see they contribute to the revenue in America. Now we look at the law before Parliament today, the proportional representation first past the post. People they argue and say it all boils around taking power from the people, the party having the power. Before this time to now party they give symbol. Now make way party deny people a symbol. When they vex, they go independent. Like when my brother begins, Seka Sama, Quintin Salia Kone, Lolo Tungi, to name but a few. They denied their symbol. They went to position independent. They won. So you don't tell you say from day one to now, party has been given symbol. You know, sometimes I can really ask, what do Sierra Leoneans need? The reason being, before this time, all the Canadian media they are, you hear people and go call from we constituency say, you there, but we don't even know you safe. Now when they don't say proportional representation, these very people are coming to say again, they are taking powers from us. Now, let's land in this. Sometimes I feel disappointed because even the one the way they talk about proportional representation do not understand what proportional representation is. Let me tell you the value where the citizens they don't get in proportional representation. Today, if you want pass your message to Parliament, pass you wait for your honorable na your constituency. But now it doesn't matter which honorable you meet. We have 16 MPs representing Freetown municipality. Anyone by the way you meet, you go get your message you pass. If not to only personal gain you they look for. Today, if you get problem where you want solve, when are the personal gain, you are entitled to 16 MP for help you. Why? Because you are not just glued to one constituency. Before this time, I represent 121. Hindolo represent 120. Koyo represent 122. If you go to me, the first question I ask you, who say you come out? If you say na Moiba, I say go to Honorable Indolo. If you say na Frobe, I say go to Koyo. You know why? Because it was a constituency-based system. But now, if you dey Freetown, you meet up Tawa, he's your honorable. You meet up Mari, he's your honorable. So, you meet up APC honorable or SLPP honorable, now you're honorable. And if they are really geared towards development, if conditional things, geared towards development, it's easier under the proportion than first past the post. Let me tell you how. Me and my brother don't serve parliament. We know how much an MP they earn per month. Now we they pay driver them for we save. Now we they pay them for we save. By the time they change your left, you get your money, everything is gone. What do you keep for South constituency? But at this time, if all 16 MPs decide to come together and begin to say, let's allocate 3,000 per month. In 3 months for 16 MP, I don't know math, those who know math can calculate, that is 144,000. If 144,000 could be used in every quarter, in 5 years, how many quarters is that? That's 20 quarter. And 20 quarter of 144,000, divide Freetown into 20 layers. That means 20 areas have been invested with 144,000 leons. Tell me what development will be greater than that. So all we need to say, like my brother have done, we have practiced the first past the post for quite some time. Let's see how we dribble it down to another system and see how beneficial it will be. And what I want to add on to that again, now with regards to the noise around this issue, where me brother be say, this MP, the issue, the amendment in parliament, these MPs have been taken way back to Toke. They don't get a lot of engagement. Who's our like APC? Now like waiting Chinua Achebe wrote in Things Fall Apart. APC is very clever. And then he always amuse at the step of SLPP and galvanize on them. They no say where them cause noise, SLPP they give way to them. They allow for waiting, for let them be chairman in election monitoring committee. As I speak today, APC is carrying that chairmanship. This 20% where they na this bill what we talk about today, me as an SLPP no say it they at greater disadvantage to we than the APC, and I stand to put my point across.
So explain them in brief.
Very good. Understand. Now when I say 20%, people they feel say now a way for the APC no ever kind of power. APC no say now advantage to them than SLPP. How? Now this is it. We will no salon no say now 7 districts will be get. When you go the north, you get Kwenadu, Tonkolili, Putloko 7. What happen? APC add 2, you go 9. If you put data down now, you watch them. All them 9 districts, then at the north. None no the way APC, SLPP will stop APC, not forget 20%. And when you come on, you go Kono, when at the east, SLPP will stop APC, forget 20%. So if you add that, you don't go almost 10. You come Moyamba. SLPP no will stop APC for 20%. You are going almost 11.
But the logic on that talk there, that because then they pushing for get additional districts.
That is where I'm landing. I just want to calculate for you first, like where economy says centriparables, all things being equal. No play with it to get force. We'll reach that bridge, they cause them. Now I don't add for you almost I don't go. If I put Moyambade, when you look at Shenge from where we get what's in at the my name. Amadou Kanu, that constituency where Amadou Kanu be the win up till now, even when we go into PR na APC win and still. So then comfortably they get them 20% now more, but where other you don't go almost 11. Now if you take western area and western rural, you don't go almost 13. Low count to SLPP gets 7. If you count western area, urban and rural, you add I go almost 9. Then you go for Alaba, don't take edge over, you go almost 10. Who's how they pull the balance for go 30 like APC? Now say now we add the 2. We'll add the 2. 10 plus 2 now 12. So APC is still there ahead of we. So when they look at them laws there, APC they shout because they want to give them Grombol and kick up we. That's the game. Just like when they shout about making them chairman for committee on monitoring of elections. These are the things. So when a politician, when we look at her, we know the pains where it feel in we.
This process get for kind of look long.
No, just one waiting and call. Even if we get 30 districts in this country, the population remain the same.
It remains the same.
So the Kabbalah, Konadu go and divide to Falaba. Now the same people we need it. So just now be them get Amos constituency 8.
So you agree with that scenario?
No, wait till they say no. Wait till, so not to have
No, but by percentage now, then go for take Falaba as a special district for percentage.
When you have people the same population, I no worry. Believe me, there are certain things I know they worry about. You understand? But like where would they talk now? So I just say me brother Munu, I'm not being Sabian, so you don't take Mambu in spirit. They are now saying
No, I'm just like analyzing the thing. Like now, like when they feel pain over some 218, say this go for affect
it
me.
It shouldn't be painful because for me, as a natural debater, and
but the APC is pushing for 25% in that.
No,
they are saying the top party is 25%. Why?
Okay,
because they are going to benefit the more, so they even want increase and the more. That's the secret.
Let's make our laws simple for the ordinary person. You know what? If you say 50% plus 1, why do you have to put another condition? You understand? Why not just left and so? Whether they are posting waiting and truly say SFP had been having votes wasted in the Western area because of the constituency-based election. They have a good following. Like even my constituency, I get 13,000. I think the Norway comes second. The SFP I get about 5,000 or 8,000. Yeah. So when you get that vote, you know say waste, right? So now we look at nationalistically. Yeah. It's not about waiting and so maybe those things will be considered. So at the end of the day, I like the Israeli pattern where now proportional represent the whole country in one constituency. Yeah, in the sense that there are 120 seats there. If you get 60 if you get 50% of the vote, you get 60 seats. So the most percent you get. So no get an 1996 vote and no waste. You know, but if we come and make us say we need to look at the best practice, so they bring we in the middle of the road. Now two parties will get right on a parliament, but the other party them waiting at their own position. Because they know that parliament are they waiting, not forget say NGC and MC4C, then just come on a parliament recently. So they still have a stake in their constituency then. Are they being consulted? No. So this is they look at their force. So even when these tripartite come, we don't just say the APC and the government.
So you think that is a kind of the Dodge national interest?
No, definitely, because you not get national reflection.
Because of the threshold. Because the threshold is high, 11.9%.
Other people, like say, if you lost 1,000 votes, we waste.
So that means honorable in scenario makes sense. But you don't get national interest.
That is it. It's just about
but this bring the aspect of what they say. This process get for long.
So
Jaffa, Minister Talker, I say we might even get to next year, and maybe we'll even go out of jurisdiction of the law.
So that is where people even envisage say if we continue this diggy we not even get election because for best practice it's 24 months, and if we don't jump, we don't see now to go to 2027. What do we expect? It's postponement. So what are we saying here? For me, I want first
that means that small tete-a-tete meeting the way speaker they call the two parties them for the good talk. You know, for even make sense because if you want to go talk, then go there. Okay, we'll then come back. The other member they will not know what them go talk. Then self can lash on waiting.
Jaffa, let's speak truth to power here, and I'm glad that the 200 members here, we Honorable Siraji don't talk about the hybrid constituency system where these all are debates. Thank God the debates not do it. Still, the idea that they float, like we talk about that 20%, they even talk about it yesterday that they could even say why not leaving it as the 50 plus 1 than going into this 20% and this. It came up. So I follow, but it has not yet. Yes, you understand. It has not yet because APC they go for 25, whilst the incumbents, the ruling they say 20. But as honorable don't put on, even the statistical analysis is in their own interest for anyone. But what we are saying here, I want for the public. Let we only remember they begin teach the role of them, because this nine are the misleading from the first past the post and the PR system. Like I said this, please give me time. If you go to section 93, section 97, and section 105, they will tell you the distinct role where the honorable member gets. Representation, right? Making law, passing law, treaties, doing oversight. These are the three functions they have. Again, they will tell what they talk about. Now, I remember them for do development. That was then. Now, they are responsible for, not that they are not part of developments. They are. That's why we are urging them. When they are there, Make good laws. These good laws will make the country better. Do oversight within ministries, departments, and agencies. It will bring more.
So let's take a different drive on this this debate. I want to move away first from the PR system and the first past the post. One other thing we really very important, where I think say even when we don't get better time we need for look at now this selection and nomination committee. We don't see different institutions them on the eye when they talk about the establishment, honorable. You find out say if for example they want to bring new institution, even though they count more strength to the government couple, but you find out say the institution really get work where they do for help fast track development, but the one way they can go put the not able for deliver onto promises. The selection and nomination committee very important for una. What's una make up?
Selection and nomination within the party or a parliament
for the electoral
for the National Electoral Commission. National.
Yes, for me,
such a nomination committee.
Yes.
See, sometimes we have to be true to ourselves. Any sitting president not go elect that law day first. And frankly speaking, but we are not talking about the president of the day. We talk about future things, and because of bad precedents, so we don't experience before. Now they bring that kind of thing. Me, if we ask ourselves, the search committee, would I go in at the search committee? That's another question. Who is there? And when we begin to talk, that person neutral, that but it's very strange. Because me, if you don't see me in a party, for the fact that I voted, I'm not neutral. So we get for begin look at that. So the one way they did that committee they first.
Must guess
that is natural. Even referee,
sociology takes effect.
I expect them to go.
The only thing, he might hold a different view of the kind candidate to be want himself. So at the end of the day, I would think it's not just one person. You say, Mr. President, we not for the power you know. So the committee don't sit down. Here are 3 names. Go pick one person from there. At the same time, we get in respect. But imagine somebody don't go make it that now you get in government, I want for work, now you them vote for. So, but if this is now denied the constitution, let's give the president also a window for say, I'm not just limited to seeing Sori as the person, but I have Sori, Ibrahim, and Abdul for pick form. So that means not give me an opportunity.
On this one, just a quick one.
Yeah, when you look at this Shatton nomination committee, now like deploy where Justice Kawan really be make for let we reduce the excess power in the hands of the president. Because when you look at the 1991 constitution, it gives enormous power to that of the president. So the Shatton nomination committee now like for limit the power, like you have 8 million people to select one person from. Now we're bringing it to the minimum of 3. The good thing, if it is done for the interest of the country, it is fine. But between me and you, the problem where the Prele Salon begin move away from, now that everything is politicized. Everything. Even radio stations operating, we brand them by party. We look at this radio station, we say this is APC, this is SLPP, this is REFP, this is PLP. So let's say now, this Shatton nomination committee, even the imam them, you believe say we get imam the whole the brand say that in a APC imam. Because when they go pray from the lectures, they will don't know side and they. The moment someone begins to say Kankakuru Masu, it gets to side the land. So in honest, what will they try for talk now? Like within the 2 other speakers they don't say. We have to look at Sierra Leoneans who are really patriots. Now, make for instance, if you see all one book where they call True Patriots in Sierra Leone, written by Keme Kamara. Now, what thing we need for preach, like we don't say, for quite some times we have been reading, I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. Let we begin practicalize this pledge to Sierra Leone rather than to our parties. For instance, I am saying here to Sim, it's not good for the country. There are people in my party who want it. They might not be happy with me,
But I am saying it because of the interest of Sierra Leone. That is the gospel truth. So what we should be looking at is the fact that what Sierra Leone needs best should be best for us. Because as a country, this is where we have. This is what we have. And this is where we are. And what we should do, if light day, now we Sierra Leoneans they enjoy them. But if light no day, now we they suffer. So let us begin prioritize things way good for Sierra Leone rather than for parties or individuals.
Okay, Honorable, plenty thank you for joining today inside this edition. Sundu, you get the last bite on this conversation. The search and nomination committee, like we Honorable don't they give their own bite on them. Then kind of they align on the same position because then think say at least enough for just be because if you una what them put in as committee, una search, then una make decision for the president. It almost not the same thing. What's the president be? Now one man take decision on one side the decision come up from. Then say at least they forget an option for let the president say, well, Pandi, so amount of people the way you give it. Now this they would think say best pick anyone per the one day. What's your standpoint?
Well, I want for lay the basis. Usai the search and nomination committee emanate from. Now boil down to consultation. So we get this issue. Then at the constitution say if president want for appoints, now on a national electoral commission, I will begin call them. But as it is pass the ECSL boss, they say for consult leaders of political parties. But the word consultation, as they don't agree. That's why today I really happy why they talk to the two honorable members. They are very, honest. We don't get bad precedent. We don't misuse that kind of thing. The word consultation, let me define them. Up to date, we don't even forget them. Telephone, text. That don't make political parties don't become disenfranchised. Then go agree with me. So now I boil down to this search and nomination committee. Why the president for they forget this when they say inter-religious council for
the public in some ways forget away from mixing to this committee.
Yeah, listen, yes, the committee. Yes, let me say civil society, journalists, journalists, inter-religious, then labor. You understand? But let me say this: groups they fade out over the years. That discussion kind of parliament because now we speak national. And then two parties all look at the president in power because at the end of the day we choose like we Honorable Sirabu say. Now the president back get the power for choose among me, you, and Honorable Munuru and Honorable Surajina who I want. So why then they say we no get the power, the leverage? But again, for best practice, like we say and to say, if we get some, but me go once at the proposal and say, let we involve with paramount chief say, you know why? Because then they fade out. Yes, and then they fade out. That is because I do research. That is because they say groups or organization they fade out. They talk about women forum or other groups.
That is the sociology problem.
Yes, so why can't we use? Yes, why can't we find the paramount chiefs so that they can be because then a permanent seat and die.
That's why they should not be in parliament.
Thank you. So we can create that body day. You understand? So let's round up with this. Honorable talk about constituency can be defined. The whole district can be defined as a constituency. So get the bridge.
We don't go past time now. And honorable members, thank you. Be part of this discussion, and the same to Sundu for be part of this edition. Fambul, this has been the focus of this edition of the program Midday Show. We will be look at who side go last by this constitutional amendment bill we in debate day na Parliament. Well, we been get some very, very astute young people that we don't give you some very good insight about who side your country for look forward to in the discussion there. So, and I'm Jafferman Davis, my producer Theodore Arena, and the technical person on duty have been DJ Lulu, whilst Alexandra Emmanuel Oluwashegu been there at the technical side for making us see we live. Now we got the Democracy Facebook and YouTube page. Until the next edition, have a nice day. Goodbye for now.
Radio Democracy, the true voice of the people. You no need Boku money again. Forget smartphone. With AfriMoney and UNCDF, one fine opportunity don't come for farming community them all over the country. Now, you can get your Samsung A06 smartphone for just 360